Fact 1. Students at Madison are required to be isolated in the class during lunch. Lunch detention isn't considered a harsh consequence, but it does hold you accountable for your actions.
What's lunch detention used for?
Lunch detention is used for giving students consequences when they have earned negative behavior points.
Do you think we should have lunch detention?
I think we need lunch detention so that students can understand and can make better choices.
Is lunch detention appropriate?
All middle schools have lunch detention, and even though I don't like to not give students lunch, it is appropriate because we do need a consequence. And if we look at consequences, it's probably the most mild consequence we can give students.
What's your opinion on lunch detention?
As I said before, I don't want to take anybody's lunch away, but we do need something to help students understand the rules and that they need to be followed.
What causes lunch detention? If you're being racist, you get lunch detention, or if you're vaping. Do you think lunch detention is bad or good for kids and why? I think it's good because it could straighten some kids out so you can do the right things. Does lunch detention go on your record? I don't think it does, but that's okay because it works out so you could get a job.
Lunch detention is assigned to students. When you get lunch detention, your lunch then report to the portable.
The policy on lunch detention, I believe, I'm not sure clear on the question of policy, but lunch detention occurs when students' behaviors receive infractions from the principal or the administration and teachers as well for negative behaviors in the classroom, and then the policy is to turn that in, and kids end up having lunch detention for a period of time.
Have you ever had lunch detention?
Have I ever had lunch detention? No, but I have given lunch detention to some students. Very rarely I do it, but some teachers do it on a regular basis.
Lunch detention teaches you anything?
You would hope that any type of detention or in-school suspension or out-of-school suspension, anything that is a consequences, you would hope it teaches you something, how to to change your ways, maybe your behaviors or whatever. I'll use my son as an example. He, at one point when he was in middle school, got into trouble and ended up in school suspension. And he swore from that period of time, because it was not fun, you are forced to do work in class as well during those detentions, that he would never do it again. He'd never be in there again, and he proved that. He never was in detention again, and this was many years ago. So I think if you are wise and reflect on your behaviors, that you'll not be in lunch detention. Otherwise, if you continue to do the same thing, as Einstein said, what does Einstein say? That doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome is pure insanity. So when you continue to have behaviors that are negative and you don't learn from those behaviors and change your path and not go into detention, you haven't learned anything, but it should teach you something.
If you don't go to lunch detention, it costs further consequences.